Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another scene for the living world of darkness, rage across New York, where, a Metis and her shadow, a suspiciously Aiden-shaped shadow, are chilling on the sept of the green, and in fact are, probably perched up on top of the rock, that big-ass boulder that's kind of a center point to where the few sparse cabins on sept reside. And, with that Pack's cabin over here, that Pack's cabin over there. And the fact that 10 Point hasn't been sleeping on the rock as she once did, she has started this whole thing of hanging out midday, just taking a nice lounge in the sun and spending some quality time with her favorite rock. Which sounds a lot sillier when you're not there, truly. But all the same, I imagine that she and Aiden are propped up there. She's probably splayed out with like her head in his lap or something, and the two of them are smoking and apparently listening to music. Does he have like earbuds or something that he's sharing with her?
Those kind of like, big Walkman headphones where you can listen to one ear and the other ear, those kind of big headphones.
Oh, well then I guess she is up alongside him as opposed to down in his lap, because that would make it really awkward. So yeah, she's got her head crooked fairly close and is doing her best to listen into the other half of the headset while smoke rolls out of her nostrils, because it's just classy.
What y'all hear, you hear loud thumps. Basically, if y'all have one, if the music and basically overpowering what y'all hear from the other side of y'all ears, y'all hear loud thumps coming from like the training grounds, basically. And if y'all go, y'all basically will see, if y'all like perch up and like look, if it's in looking distance, you'll basically see Low practicing Wing Chun, basically a very fighting style, but also very offensive fighting style. Think of Ip Man fighting style. Basically, he's practicing on that with the dummy.
Kind of raise an eyebrow at 10 Point.
She offers back a helpless kind of shrug.
If you want to call him over, he can.
And so she'll lift her head away from the headset for a moment, kind of craning up, and I'm assuming this isn't tobacco they're smoking.
Nope.
Yep. So tucking the joint in her lips will rouse up to just kind of stand on top of the rock. She's barefooted, not like it would hurt it even if it wasn't, and we'll let out a call.
Shinlo continues to thump away at it, like, moving around, hitting the target. Seems like he is kind of very focused on the dummy, basically.
And she takes just another long pull from the joint, holding it and watching, just kind of inquisitively, because, I mean, he could indeed be in the zone. Shinlo, he does his thing, and his enthusiasm and his focus on whatever he's doing tends to be pretty intense. So she'll kind of just stand up there next to Aiden for a hot minute, watching, finally letting out a lungful of smoke, glancing down. He seems to be fixated on his work, Raya.
Let's add a bellowing Shinlo! Like full volume, like deafens 10 Point probably.
Yeah, she actually like visibly like flinches, like kind of gives the like, huh! Because she didn't see it coming.
And he will stop in mid like kick. He will just turn around and he will look and be like, huh?
Come over here, lad. Jesus, it's like waking the dead trying to get you.
And he will get a towel and go over there and basically will pick up his water bucket and he'll go over there. Aiden Ryan.
How you doing, lad?
How about both of y'all?
We're good. We're good, aren't we, 10 Point?
She gives a light little nod and goes ahead and clambers back down into a sit alongside him. But, I assume he's let the headset kind of fall down a bit, so she kind of picks it up just to see if there's anything playing through the headphones, kind of inquisitively distracted.
Blaring. It is, but blaring smoke weed every day. She hears it straight away. The signature sound.
If y'all look, Shinlo like knuckles are bleeding. His feet is also bleeding as well.
Jesus, lad. You need to take it easy on yourself.
There's a inquisitive kind of side glance from 10 Point at that.
Smirks at it.
This just the training regimen before I return back home.
Well, here. He offers up this long joint. Let's take the edge off a bit.
I am completely fine today.
Surprise eyebrow raise. Oh, no problem, man, son. More for me as he takes a long drag. Inhaling it through his nose. So it looks really cool.
10 Point blinks at this. Immediately attempts to mimic it. Though she quickly kind of gives a brief little cough and exhales it out, glancing down at Shinlo.
Said you're heading home. Said you're heading home, yeah. Raises an eyebrow again.
Yes, I'm going to try to see if I can reinforcements or any type of aid.
Jeff, does it seem wise to leave now?
Well, we need all the help that we can get. I already talked to the warder about it.
She just kind of lofts her brows, but shrugs.
You're coming back, though, right?
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Good, good. Place isn't the same without you.
I gotta make sure. I'm just gonna drop off these books while I'm there, and basically he will point over to basically his mat is still right. I don't know if the cabin's still there, but his mat and all that stuff is still right there near where like Skovgard cabin used to be, but it's all packed up and stuff. But he also have like notebooks and stuff that he can.
Were you planning to stay when you come back?
Were
you planning to stay when you come back?
Well, I'm moving my stuff to Felix Ryan's house soon.
Oh, you're taking my room in Felix's, are you? To give a smile.
I mean, if you want, we can share it.
No, it's fine, Chanel. You work away. You work away.
Sampoida has herself a proper giggle at that because, seems like the thing to do.
Work away, Chanel. Don't mind me. I just crash every now and again when I'm stuck at a place.
I mean, yeah, you can crash. I mean, I don't mind. I'm not going to take the bed. I'm usually going to sleep on the floor anyway.
Take the bed, lad. You'd be grand. I'll just tease Felix about it later. He always gets really wound up when you tease him about stuff like that.
Okay. I always felt that beds were kind of uncomfortable.
Well, it depends what's sleeping in with you.
Hmm?
It depends on what's
Yes.
sleeping in with you. Smirk a bit.
Another snicker.
Hmm. Interesting. Ugh.
I mean, the soft touch of a woman in bed is nothing that can't beat it, you know. He'll wink. You know what I mean? He's giggling to himself.
That is true. That is true.
So, did you fix things with Sabrina yet? You might want to do it before you leave, lad.
What makes you think she will want to see me?
Oh, my boy. He'll gently ease himself down from the rock. The joint's still in his mouth. Takes a big-
As he goes down, have like 10-point will briefly just kind of brush on his shoulder, but doesn't protest.
Oh, he's like still right beside 10 Point's legs. And he'll like look Shinlo up and down. And what appearance is Shinlo? Appearance goal.
Shinlo is probably a basic. I think he's a 3 or 2.
And his pure breed helps as well. So he'll kind of like dust the top of Shinlo's bald head. You know, you're a handsome lad. I wouldn't be pegging yourself down just yet.
I mean, you see her more than I do. I mean, I could just her to her.
Do you want my advice on how to handle a situation like this?
Go right ahead.
He'll smile. Fix things up before you leave for your home sept. That way, she's going to be thinking about you. So when you come back, she's going to be wondering where you are. And when she sees you, it's not going to be more memorable.
I mean, I guess I can. I guess I can do that. Yeah, I'll do it, and then I'll write a letter too or something.
No. Letter doesn't work, lad. Say it to her in person. Go up to her. You know, do the usual thing. Romanticize it. You're a Galliard, son. Do that shite. Dazzle her, she'll know. And then say, but you have to go. But when you're off in the weary mountains of Shangri-La or wherever it is, you'll be thinking about her.
Simon is approaching, eating a bar, like eating a packet of chips. Like, I just heard the bit of that conversation, but I mean, yeah, face to face, always better than just writing a letter. That's what I think, anyways.
Trust me, lad. If you say this the right way, you'll have her literally in the palm of your hand when you come back.
That wasn't very filling, though, was it? Do you want avocado?
Well, I guess I can give that a try.
Don't just give it a try. You like the girl, right?
Yeah, I like her. She's pretty hot, cute, and distinguished and stuff.
What else do you
10-point
like about her?
adopts a slight head tilt.
He'll like lean back and fold his arms, not in like a haughty way. Just what else do you like about her apart from her? You know, the things you see first. What else do you like about her?
I mean, she's elegant. I mean, not just beauty wise, but the way she carries herself. I mean, herself like the princess of stories of old and stuff. And I mean, she's just beautiful all over. I mean, I like
do you
that.
know anything about her
She's-
besides what she looks like?
No, we talked about her family and her lineage and stuff. What she like,
All right. All
what
right.
she don't like.
I don't know. That's a good starter base. You look at 10 point nodding.
Kind of offers a helpless shrug because beyond the idea of maybe you should know something besides what she looks like, she ain't exactly there
I mean,
as
if you know what she
help you.
likes and you know what she doesn't like, okay. So, what I suggest, I'd forget all about her status, all about everything, and concentrate on just Sabrina the person when you're saying goodbye. She knows she's pretty. She knows she's high status. You got to see past that shit, though.
Mm.
Have you ever been with a girl before, Shin, though? Like a girl? Did you ever have a girlfriend? Like,
No.
all right, okay. You kind of rub the back of his head. Girls like Sabrina usually get what they want. They usually have what they want. So, what I suggest to you is charm her, and say goodbye and all that, but then leave. Because when you're off doing your duty for the sept, what she's going to be thinking about is the things she can't have. Leave that impression, you know. That's how you get a girl like Sabrina. The impression.
Simon nods. Always leave them wanting more.
Hmm.
Tenpoint just looks awkward and look at that tree over there, still smoking.
Hmm. I'll make sure I do that before I go.
You're getting advice from a Fianna lad. We know all about this shite. Do you know what the key to a girl's heart is? This is what my den father always told me. He'll look over at 10 point at quirking his head suddenly as well.
Oh yeah,
What's
she's
that?
just kind of looking off and away and that away.
Poetry. You should know.
You're good at that.
Poetry often says so many things that we can't about people. If you go and find the words, and often you can describe the words in a song or a poem that can capture a person's heart without you even saying it. And sometimes it's just easier to write a poem than actually tell the person how they really feel.
Tenpoint gonna steal a glance over to check expressions, particularly on Shinlo.
She gonna do what?
She's taking a glance at his expression, trying to get a quick read on him.
Shinlo looks like he's at deep thought. If you P and E, if you P and E, you will find out a lot more.
I suppose I can do that.
Fuck out of that.
Oh, it means I need to set it up. God. People and dice.
Yeah, you do.
Let's see. Let's B&E.
There you go.
All the successes.
Okay. All right.
Oh, where is it?
Nothing.
Where is it?
It's in the werewolf dice roller, bro.
Okay, there we go. My computer's being slow.
Okay. What y'all can see, like if y'all got like 2 successors or a lot more than that. You can see that basically like all the like he's in deep thought, but also it's like he has a lot on his mind. A lot.
Yeah, 10 point just gets the oh hey look he's thoughtful. Blank. Though after a moment she'll kind of slide down off the rock as well. Kind of putting herself bumped up alongside Aiden as she does so.
So, and he'll think. What are you thinking about doing?
What was that again?
He'll say, so what are you thinking? Actually,
It's like he's spaced out, then he kind of go back. Oh yeah, I'm just a lot.
I mean, that's good. Yeah, because yeah, I mean, you really have to get to know the girl. Person. Well, I was going to say woman, but just a person. Anyone's true beauty comes from who they really are. Just on the inside.
Yeah. Trust on the inside.
Never mind that shite. Just talk to the girl, you know. She's a human being. But apologize for the way I acted. That's a big start.
Yeah.
It's nothing bad. If she knows you're under a lot of pressure. She knows there's a war going on.
She knows your gorilla.
Just remember. Yeah. Just remind her that there's a person underneath all that rage. And that's the key. And to be honest, you know, he'll lean back. I wouldn't be nervous the fact that you're not as experienced as some of the other people around here with that sort of area. In the end, if it works out, it works out. And if it doesn't, well, it doesn't. And don't think of yourself any less because it doesn't work out. In the end, we move on from things and we push through things. And then we find the person we want eventually.
That's about where 10 point shifts the bare remainder of the joint to her other hand and takes a good pull on it while shifting herself as well so that she eventually ends up with an arm like just kind of hooked behind Aiden so that it's not smushed between them.
Yeah. Yeah, you
like they were saying, they know you're a guru. They know you have she knows you're a guru. She knows you have your duties. And she knows we're in a time of war. Well, direct war has been called off, but still, we're in a time where, well, there's a hellhole, and we have to take care of that. If you show her that, despite that, you still make time for her, yeah, that's going to mean something to her.
He kind of leans back, so kind of like 10 point kind of like is pressed almost against him. Wouldn't even worry about the whole lot. To be honest, what I would do with Sabrina is I wouldn't even mention it. Why would you let that? I just talk to her about normal shit.
Simon just nods.
We go out there and we fight and we do the thing. Don't bring the war home with you, lad. That's my advice. Save that talk to your married, Neil Wink.
Simon chuckles. Yeah.
To be honest, that's not what I'm worried about.
What are you worried about then?
Nelson, can you mute when you're not talking?
What you say? Shiloh just gonna look and just be like, I haven't been to my home sept ever since my mother died.
Gonna roll a thing. I'm not sure what thing, but I'm gonna roll it. Lol.
Lol.
Yep. He mentions the death of his mother, and 10 Point looks a little stricken and gets even more distant and kind of sucks, essentially like pulls on the joint hard enough that it singes her fingers. Gives a yelp and drops it.
Aiden misses it. He's too busy watching Chin though.
Some kind of like, with the sound just looks. You. 10 Point? You okay?
She just kind of shakes her hand. It was just a brief little singe, so it's no big deal. Kind of examines her fingers and nods faintly. Still looking kind of distracted, that off and down sort of look. I'm fine.
Okay. So. Going back home for a bit, are you?
Yeah, it'll be my first time going back home in a long time.
He'll just nod. Yeah, that. I haven't been home in a little bit too. That's going to be something. I don't think. I'm not sure what to say. Good luck, man. It's yeah.
Aiden will pick 10 Point up and just gently place her up on the rock again. He like hefts himself up quite easily. You know, lighting another, taking in, you know, patting down his stuff and taking out another one, lighting it. My advice, if you want it, Chinlo.
And what's that?
It's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie. But you push through. You're a strong lad. Just remember, when you're there, go pay the visit. Take some time for yourself. Let that area surround you again. So when you come back here, your mind can balance both what you've learned over there and what you've brought back with you. Because otherwise you're just going to be too full of yourself, too full of your own emotion to even know where you are. Just embrace it and don't wallow in it. That's my advice. Because it's perfectly natural to feel what you're going to be feeling.
And 10 Point is, as she's tugged back up onto the rock and settled next to, will actually like nest herself in pretty firmly against Aiden's side before looking kind of distractedly at Shinlo. Yef, did you know your mother well?
I adored my mother. She raised me. Even though I was a part of the monastery, she raised me alongside the. She was there. She was always there.
Can you tell me about her?
What did she say?
She said, "Can you tell me about her?"
And he'll kind of in this guy she was a strong woman, ways gentle, but there was a fierceness about her. She carried herself as just wise beyond her years, and taught me how to make my first tea, which was green herbal tea. Taught me a lot. Taught me how to make paper cranes and origami. Taught me a lot. She taught me a great many deals of things about how to balance oneself, how to those around you, and always be ready to help and serve the pack.
Was your mother Guru or Kin?
She was Guru. My father, I don't really know too much about my father. I heard he died when Pac was facing BSDs and she was trying to protect the king.
Sorry, his father.
Died when basically BSDs came. Them. That's the only thing I know about my father.
Did you know his name at least?
No. She never talked about him.
And y'all are welcome to counter my one whole success on this magnificent Minip sub roll.
Truth. She.
Okay.
Oh no, I Minip subbed.
I said, that's funny.
You know, you're in her fucking head.
Yeah.
I want this.
Ma, I'm the defender. I am mighty.
Damn it.
Would you like a roll diamond?
Manip sub? Oh,
No. Peony. Peonier.
Peony.
I don't have empathy.
That's fine. You can still roll your perception.
Yeah. Perception, 3 dice. No, 2 dice. Where's that? Which dice roll we in?
Werewolf. Let's roll.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. Tell me where come on, stupid computer. There you go.
Oh my god.
Oh my
What
god. But you're still the defender again.
I'm the best defender. Yeah, 10 point, if anything, just looks kind of distant. Looks kind of distracted by the topic, maybe, but that's about it. That's all they're gonna pick up.
You know, like put his arm around like her shoulder. Yeah, give her that kind of shoulder squeeze so she goes further into him. Here's his nod. Mine was killed. My father was killed as well. I should know. So I know how you feel. My mom, well, she drank herself to death.
Sorry to hear that.
Just shrug. It is what it is, lad. Important thing you can do is honor them.
I can't honor her till something first.
He'll just put down. Actually, he'll like put down the joint and actually hand it over to 10 point, and will vault down from the rock, not aggressively, but will land right in front of Shinlo's face, and put his hand on his shoulder and squeeze. You can always honor your family. You may have a task to do for them, but you can still honor them. Each step you take towards that task, you can still have prayers for them. You can still honor them. You can still show how much they mattered. Take it as a person who knows that vengeance. And smile slightly.
I just want to bring my brother back.
Just nod. Doesn't stop you from honoring your family, Shinlo. Even if it's just a prayer. They'll hear it eventually.
And 10 point after another lungful has let her eyes drift kind of up. And kind of dreamily, almost. Just follows up with, the homelands are only so far away. The spirit's here and can carry messages. They know our deeds, and they know our prayers.
Yeah.
So
Just take your time, Shinlo. That's my only advice. You just give a very actually comforting squeeze. Do what you need to do. Nobody can do it for you.
And 10 point kind of gives a sudden blink as if reorienting and glances back down. Your brother's there?
And his, was she say something about his brother or something?
Yeah, because he mentioned having a brother, and it took a minute for it to like hitch in her head, but she finally like blinks because he says something about bringing his brother back. So she's assuming clearly he needs to go there, and he's planning to bring his brother back here to help or something like that. So yeah, she just kind of goes, your brother's there? Blink. She's still a little spaced,
No,
but
my brother is fallen.
Yeah, Aiden will kind of like shoot a glance over her temple. You know what I mean? It's like
Yes,
a,
I'm thinking.
you know.
She's floating, man.
Yeah, no, he kind of just gives a template look like.
She
I mean,
kind
just
of
like,
ducks her head.
yeah, when she said that, Simon kind of just like grabbed the bridge of his nose with his fingers.
Yeah, she kind of catches the wave through the link and ducks her head and goes real quiet.
How are you planning to do that, Shinna? If I may ask.
Honestly, I don't know. Kneecaps, I will break his bones. I cleanse him.
It's going to be hard though. If you want to cleanse him, it's going to be hard.
Aiden will kind of rub his head awkwardly.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my brother. I'm facing, when it comes to my brother and yours, well, we're facing the same problem. Just whatever you do, make sure it's the choice you took. Make sure it's what you want to do.
Tim Point suddenly gets a bleary blink again and shoots a concerned glance at Aiden.
And since, well, we're kind of facing kind of the same thing. My brother also turned to the worm. If you need help, if you need to talk, you don't have to come to me. We're not too close, but if you need to talk, if you want to talk to me, I'm here.
Once I tell Felix about this, he's the best theurge that I know. Me.
Simon just smiles and kind of nods.
My advice, you know, about your brother? He fell, right? Went to the worm. That's what you said. You kind of like, you know, wait for Shino to answer. He fell to the worm, right? That's like what you just said.
Yes.
What did he do? You don't just fall to the worm. What did he do?
During our rite of passage, along with other cubs, he was tasked to lead us in the King of Bangs. The Bane infested a nearby village, and he went down there. We accompanied him, and the rite of passage was to tell the tale. Cubs did not have the mental capacity to resist passing them. What could have been done? We had means just in case from the Elder Theurge to be able to. It's the case that happened to from within, but give that chance, he killed him. Came back, to the mood, told of what happened. I told the story, good or bad. My brother tried to kill me. My mother stopped and subdued him. That night, he left. Couple years later, me and my mother and journey just to see the world. I thought that's what we was doing. Visited SEPs. When we came to our last stop, which was New York, ended when my mother to death in the alleyway by my brother.
Right. You just nod. And you want to save that?
Is what mom would have wanted.
You just nod. Shindo, how long have you been a guru?
Been a guru for a long time.
Do you want to know what the worm does, Shindo, to people? Do you want to know that exact attitude you have? Do you know why the worm is so vicious, so cold? Because that exact attitude of I can save them is why the worm sneaks into your heart. Because you believe that your brother's still there when it's gone. Whatever that brother was is dead. Because they've taken him over. And the only way to technically save him is to kill him.
And about now, Tim Point is looking well away. She's pulled her legs up and kind of set her arms around him. Still has one hand up so she can smoke, but...
And his basically, he will gain a point of rage, and basically his fist will, expression will kind of stay the same, but his fist will clench and like blood will start dripping.
Now that may get you angry. You may get mad about that. But that's a reality you have to face. Because what's wrong with your brother? He's not sick. He's not unwell. He's dead, Shindo. He's fucking dead.
Simon is closing his eyes, listening to this, knowing that's what he thinks of his brother. That's the way he thinks, but hearing it from someone else kind of is strange. And he's like closing his eyes, closed, his finger clenched, and he's just standing there. He's probably like gritting his teeth.
He can't be saved.
Whether you like it or not, Shindo, and he'll walk around looking at Simon and 10 Point and everyone there. Whether you like it or not, we're bound by a law. You do know the law, don't you?
Yes, I know the law. And I also know the balance, too.
And he murders your mother in cold blood, and that's balance.
There's balance in redemption.
Chases you around the sept, around here, like an animal. Laughing at you. And that's balance.
The chances of bringing him back are low, you know. He has to want it. You can't force it.
Nobody is forced to go to the other side. They go themselves. They choose themselves.
You said you wanted to honor your family, right? As he looks to Shinmai. Shinlo?
And he said yes.
Okay, so I didn't hear.
We didn't hear you.
Oh, my bad. She said yeah.
Then you honor who he was by killing what he has become.
And Aiden will actually walk over to 10 Point and point at her. Do you know they call her? Some people like to call her a thing in the worm. Do you want to know the fundamental difference between her and what your brother is? Do you want to know the big difference?
Point is definitely kind of withdrawn a bit. The pulling in of the legs and whatnot is yeah, it's pretty obvious that she's kind of closed up a bit. So getting pointed at, she looks a little jarred.
I know where this is going to go, and I know how this conversation is going to end, but I'm just going to say it like this. Way of doing things, we stargazers have our way of doing things.
Stargazers try to save spirals. Is that what you're saying?
When there could be redemption inside them, there's redemption with my brother.
This is, you know, saving it is saving him worth it? That's what you have to ask yourself. What happens if you, in your quest to save him, kills Felix? Is he going to be worth it then?
It won't come to that point.
Can you confidently say that?
It won't come to that point. Confidently, it won't come to that point.
What happens if he kills, say he kills Eric? Say he kills Sabrina.
And there, he basically, when you say Eric, his face drops a little bit. Then when you say her, his face goes pale. Comes. Only fate will decide what happens.
If you think it's possible to redeem your brother, then you're the one that knows him best. But like I said, you got to know it's something difficult.
Like a turn and look from Aiden.
You do what you will, but really think about it. And you gotta also have to think about everything your brother has done since you changed.
When the time comes, first redemption, he is deemed unworthy, and he will die.
Yeah,
by my claws.
And that he'll nod. Good.
Aiden will walk up. Actually, he'll go rather cold, actually. They killed Pisa. They killed My friends. They've killed my friends in this sept. They've each taken something from all of us here. They're not some sick person. They're dead. All of them. So if I find out that one of these members of this sept dies because you think your brother's safe and well, Shinlo, we're going to have a problem.
Are you questioning my loyalty to the set?
I'm not questioning your loyalty, but if I find out that some foolhardy exposition to try to save something that refuses to be saved costs a member of the sept, particularly one of my own, their life, well, then I will be questioning something. This is a war, not some happy slappy dance. We're at war with a hellhole right over there.
You know that?
Well, if you know it, then get your fucking head straight. They won't save you.
My
They'll
head
just kill you.
is straight.
Well, then go out there and do your fucking Gaian duty. If your head's on so straight.
I will do what it needs to be done when the time comes. I don't need you telling me what needs to be done about my brother.
Won't be just me who's be saying it, Shinlo. Particularly if you try to jeopardize our safety, so you can have some notion of saving him. I've made sacrifices fighting the worm. We all do. It's part of what being a guru is. Get on the fucking program.
So you don't think I will make that sacrifice after I caught a silver bullet that could have possibly killed me for you? You think I won't make that sacrifice? You think I won't kill my brother?
You're just telling me there that you wanted to save him. You see, you're saying one thing and then shouting at me when I criticize you about it. So go out there and
Save
do
my
it.
brother, but it will not come to his life.
He already gave his life away the moment he danced. He'll walk back over to 10 Point, spitting on the ground.
The time comes, you will see my loyalty then.
You've always done what needs to be done, Shinlo. I have faith in you, Yaf. And she'll offer a hand down to Aiden, try and get him to climb back up.
No, he just sit down against the rock with a noticeably darker look in his face.
Damn tea. And Shinlo would just go over there, grab the tea table, holster it up, and just just put it down with a rock and just start pouring him some tea and drinking it quite fiercely, and breathing out.
Most aggressive of tea making.
Simon. So what was all that worshipping at the Shrine of Fenrir and you're all going on about saving people then, Simon?
About saving people.
Yeah, you're agreeing with... Yeah, worshipping at the Shrine of Fenrir yet, you know, as a child of Gaia. I don't know, that just there confused the shit out of me.
The reason I was at the Shrine of Fenrir is personal. I wasn't. It's something I needed to do before. It's something I needed to do. I'm still a child of Gaia. And about that just then, he knows his brother. Well, he knew his brother before he turned. It's going to take a lot from him, a lot, before he realizes he no longer knows him. My old brother turned to the worm. I was told there was a way to cleanse him. But if this is going to put the Sept in danger, if this is going to put anyone in danger, then I can't take this. I can't take this risk. Like you said yourself, my brother died. It's hard to face it. But my brother strikes the gods, died when he became, well, strikes the gods, died, and a sparrow was born. I now have to kill that sparrow.
Well, maybe you need to do your tribe duty and convince him of that. Because there's no saving them on the road they walked.
I will, but it will take time. Or I will try, but it will take time. And I'll try to make it as fast as I can, because we don't exactly have all the time in the world. But it's not something I can rush.
Oh, it's something you can rush, all right, because in the end, the memory of them is what's tormenting him. That fucking memory. And that's what the worm latches fucking onto. That's what they dive right into your gut. Because at the end of the day, there's a difference between the love and fucking duty. And guess what? We only have one fucking option. So, he needs to remind him of that. Remind him of the price you pay for fucking duty. Because that's what we are. Goddamn fucking guru.
And he'll just nod, like looking towards Shinlai.
I don't need reminder from nobody about my Gaian duties and what I do. Be done.
You just want to make everything okay and have a happy dandy ending. Well, guess what, Shinlo? There's no fucking happy endings here. Not with them.
Do you think I know that? We Guru don't have the happiest of lives.
Shino, you say you want to redeem your brother. You say it won't, if you try, it won't come to the point where he decides not where he doesn't want to, or where he will kill someone. Let me finish.
No. This is about me.
No, this isn't about you. It's about the entire tribe. If you want to redeem him, it's about the entire sept. Because it will put the entire sept in danger.
Shinlo will basically pour his tea, and he will basically this conversation.
Okay.
What are you about to say?
Oh no, you're good. I was about to say I think you died because there was a long pause, but you're good.
Oh, my bad. He will basically lift up the tea and be like, I know what needs to be done. It may not happen. It may not happen at all. But for right now, I am done with this discussion and we can move on to something else.
They need to start laughing, looking down.
10 point in just kind of a dreamy, like she's been looking up at the sky, looking up at the clouds. The joint has just been kind of slowly glowing in her fingers. And she just kind of mumbles. It can be done. It's just not easy. And it's dangerous, but only to the people that go.
And then if they knife you in your throat in your sleep, I suppose that's real dangerous. Yeah, 10 point.
Do you think they'll come here, Aya?
No, the person you try to puts up his fingers, save. Because, yeah, they're fucking trustworthy. Dancing the spiral, oh, no biggie. We could bring it back and then they'll kill us all in our fucking sleep.
They changed once. There's no saying that they'll change again if you bring them back.
At which point Grant gets the most...
Like, whoa, okay, shit.
He gets a really odd look from 10 point. Really odd look.
Aiden's like, fuck, I wasn't expecting the cocky to cute me. Okay, then.
And that's when basically the teacup will break in Shinlo's hand.
And 10 point kind of idly just, I mean, she doesn't usually do rude things, but she just kind of points at Simon. This is what your people do.
It is. We change them. And if they change again, it's our fault.
But you don't believe in it.
We take that responsibility.
You are a poor child of unicorn if this is what you preach, contrary to your people.
I'm not saying the opposite. I'm saying that, well...
You have been saying that they are dead, and they cannot change, and they cannot be recovered, and that they will fall again. It's very defeatist for a child of unicorn.
That is not what I said. I said there is no... They change once, and there is no guarantee that they change. That they won't change back.
Well, hang on a minute. Yes, you did. They just kind of lean against 10 point. You were agreeing with all the stuff I was saying there.
Yes. Well, yes. They, in a way, yes. My brother died. If we cleanse what he had, what he become, it's more than just curing him. It's bringing a guru back to life.
10 point gives her head a shake and slides off the rock and kind of just ambles very kind of slowly. Again, it's a drift kind of over towards Shinlo to
it's something.
Check and see if there's any bits of teacup in his hand, as if completely ignoring the fact that he's probably shaking with rage. Just kind of drifts over and tries to just take up his hand and pick out any pieces of teacup.
It's something possible, but when we do it, we have to be aware of how many lives we put in danger.
Yes, he has bits in his hands.
Yeah, she just, like, he could be, like, on the verge, like, he could probably be picking up a fist to punch her right now, and she wouldn't notice. She just kind of dreamily comes over and takes his hand and starts picking out bits of teacup, flicking them.
There are some you can change. There are some you can't. but there will always be a danger, and you will always put the lives of many Garou in danger when you do it.
You're just defending something else, lad. You just walk off, you know, just walk over to 10 point with just shaking his head. Just like, we'll walk over. We'll look at Shindo direct in the eye and like kneel down in front of him. Look, lad, I know I'm harsh. And I don't mean this as a disrespect to you, alright? I think you're a good damn fine guru. And I sympathize, I really do. But there are things we have to pay for, Shindo. And they're not good, and they're not kind. And it's better to face it with a grim of reality than live in a fantasy, okay? I don't mean it to insult you.
I understand.
And if Shinlo doesn't take his hand back, she's gonna go so far as to like pull out little bits of bandage from her swag, start wrapping his hand up since it's cut and bloodied. Probably not very much, but enough that it deserves some attention. Single-minded as fuck right now. And then she'll turn around once she's wrapped up his hand. And is going to do something very uncharacteristic for 10 point with much of anyone except her pack mates. And she's going to just straight go in and unless he pushes her away or does something to avoid it, she's just going to turn around and hug him up. Just go straight in for it. Full body press, tight hug, wrap the arms around him.
And Shinlo basically is going to, he is going to break down. Basically, he's basically teary-eyed, and he's going to break down, and he's going to hug her.
He just kind of flates.
Yeah,
this isn't a tentative hug. This is definitely strong enough that as he kind of deflates a bit, she's even holding him up a bit and pulls him in a little bit tighter. Sets the hand, up on the back of the neck, back of the head type thing. Pulls him in until it's like neck to neck. It just kind of lets him get it out.
And once he's done, he's basically just gonna take a deep breath, just get another tea and just drink it and just. Sorry you had to see me like that.
Whatever happens, Yuff, it will be a tale worth telling. She'll kind of rub his shoulder as he gets his tea. And just kind of dreamily disengages again and meanders, does her kind of drifting thing over to Aiden.
Aiden will just like rub Shinlo's shoulder, squeeze it, and we'll walk back over to Simon. Listen, lad. If you don't agree with the ideology of your tribe, then you need to seriously look at yourself. Maybe talk to fucking Will.
I do agree with that.
You were just defending my exact point.
I agreed that the people that turned died. I never said there was no way of bringing them back.
Bullshit.
There is a way of bringing
You
Don't
said that the only solution was to kill them.
Don't
I heard
backpedal.
you.
I never.
That's my-
I said that was the solution for my brother, and that is most often the solution.
Don't try backpedal, lad. That's my advice.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
When did I say that when exactly did I say the words that no black spell dancer could be saved ever?
He'll click his fingers over at 10 point. When did he say that, Omega, if you please?
And she kind of pauses and again just kind of looks off for a second, real distant-eyed. You both agreed that spirals are to be killed. You did not say every. You did not say all, but you agreed with the statement, and it was a broad statement.
I said that there was no chance for my brother.
If you want to backpedal, go backpedal, but don't do it here. Go talk to Will if you need to, but don't try and change the story midway through, Simon. It makes you look weak.
Does Simon feels like he is humiliated?
No, he just thinks that Aiden doesn't understand.
No, actually, Aiden is right because you agreed with him.
You
Not about
did.
the brother. You did agree with him about the black spells are to be killed. And after I write to the guy doesn't stand for this, you change your character's opinion. So I think you might feel humiliated.
You did say it, bro.
Yeah, you did. You did say it.
Like purely out of character, you said it.
Okay.
Like Simon can realize that he made a mistake and be like, "Oh," but like it's up to you.
Okay, just that. Okay.
Yeah, you can always go with, I didn't mean it the way I said it or something, but the thing.
Yeah, no, just nod. I'll go talk to Will if I need to.
I think you better. And maybe less worshipping on the shrine of Fenrir. If you're trying to want to be a child of Gaia. Maybe your Geth heritage is sparking through when you need to concentrate on what's actually there.
I know I'm a child of Gaia, but things do get in the way. Yes. But I will never go back to being a Geth. That's not why I was there.
Were you ever a Geth? She kind of cranes her head around.
No, not really. I was... Yeah, forgive me, I worded wrong. But no, I was never a Geth. But I will never be a Geth. Unless... contrary to what I was brought up to think and to what I thought for a long time.
It seems to me, Simon, you have a great deal of double changing in your mind. I go talk to your friend Will. He can advise you. He's a good child of Gaia.
About why I was in front of the shrine of Fenrir. That's already been talked about.
You know, pause and look over at him. You know exactly what it's about. And don't go try to get cute. I'm just offering you a friendly advice.
I'm not trying to get cute. I just said, yes, there are things I need to talk to Will about. But the reasons I was on Fenrir, in front of Fenrir, have been talked about. I'm just informing you.
Well, good. I'm glad you are. Aiden will just turn and look at 10 point. We going?
Then she, again, kind of blinks and glances over. Yes, Shreya.
He'll just nod. We'll put his hands in his pockets and walk by Shindo and give him his shoulder a firm squeeze, and we'll, nod over at 10 point and we'll, walk off.
Aiden!
Yes.
Someone will run towards Aiden. Jump hug Aiden.
But
Aiden is like, okay.
kind of
Yeah, hilariously, 10 point probably would have whirled around and started to move to walk, really close alongside Aiden, only for the glomp to happen and her to kind of stumble aside us up like, the frick?
It is Sheila Lynch Krause.
He'll get a surprise smile, you know, like, oh, hi.
Yeah, one of my friend is going back to the home country, so I just wanted to say goodbye to her. Sabrina came with me, as you guys see. The person you don't want to see.
Oh,
She's at the back.
She
That's
gets
good to see.
kind of spacily waved at.
Simon, yeah.
She waves.
Simon waves at her and then looks at Shinlo and then at her and then at Shinlo and then at her.
At Simon's broad weirdness, the Serena kind of like ignores and comes near Aiden.
He'll just smile at look at Sheila. We'll probably actually need to get word to your family because things are getting a bit crazy here. If
Wait,
your
what?
uncle wants to
What?
come for a fight, that is.
What?
Yeah. There's like a big offensive and stuff, so we might need him and his pack.
Oh, maybe you can call them and, like we can call them together.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. He'll smile warmly at her. Yeah, that'd be great. And he'll look over at Sabrina and quirk his head. Like I look over at Shinlo and like, okay, 1, 2, 3, takes a breath. Would you do me a favor, Sabrina?
It will be up to the favor.
Will you go talk to Shinlo for me?
There's a deep silence.
He'll like move closer to her, still keeping hold of Sheila, but will kind of lean close into Sabrina's ear. The guy's been trying to work up an apology, but he's been too nervous, and he's got a lot on his plate right now, and he's trying to do his best for the Sept, and he's just wondering, could you just make things easier for him to apologize?
She takes a deep breath. Okay, I will do that. That's fine.
Thanks, hon. He'll give her like a very reassuring smile, and we'll look over at 10 point like, there, I did it good, didn't I? Stare.
She will start moving towards the tea place of Shinlo.
Shinlo will get up, do like a bow and pour her some tea. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you. I have my white mocha chocolate. Thank you.
Of course.
Cut.
So tempted to have Shinlo pull out chocolate, you say, but no. Shinlo will look at her, and the emotions on his face is very kind of deep, and he'll look at her.
Mm-hmm.
Something I really need to tell you.
I'm all ears, Shinlo.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry sorry for the way I came towards you, and it was very disrespectful of me. Your hate and your ire, but I can't. I don't want you to hate me.
She nods and says thank you.
If I need to roll my
No, you don't need to roll anything. You don't need to roll anything.
Good. He will look and kind of approach her a little bit, and will look. I'll be honest with you. When I seen you, I had, as they say, butterflies in my stomach. I didn't know what to do. It wasn't because of your beauty. It wasn't because of none of that. I just wanted to find out who you were as a person. And on that date, it was amazing. The most amazing time of my life. And you really showed me a different part of you.
Shinlo. She takes a deep breath. She's about to say something crazy. Which might get her killed because she's talking to a Garu. I think you're a cute person, and I like listening to your stories, but I cannot go out with someone without my dad telling me to do so. So I just don't want to make you get lost hopes, and I recommend you not to get lost hopes because, oh, see, I'm about to fuck my brother, so, you know, I'm a silver fang, I might have to fuck my brother, you know what I mean? She's not saying a lot of things. She is not saying a lot of things. She is like keeping herself like, you know, I apologize.
So how much of that was actually said? Jesus Christ.
I said, oh, see, I might have to fuck my brother. Like, she just said, I apologize. I might just need, like, you know, I can't date with someone without my father knowing and agreeing to it.
Look. If it comes to me proving myself to your father, I will do so. Live without you.
Shinlo is like Shinlo, the woman is not understanding how you can't not live without her because you guys just met 2 times.
Shinlo don't know what he's talking. Shinlo just like
that was the best reply ever. I'm sorry, the woman doesn't know what you're
Shinlo has the bull. Like, Diamond's like, oh no, but like Shinlo's like, oh yeah.
Another thing is like the woman thinks like one time she was really cool, another time he yelled at me. I don't know what's going on. Like maybe people can roll P&E and understand what like Sabrina is thinking right now.
Let's roll it.
Yeah, why not?
Now 10 point space the fuck out.
So why this is
success.
I got 3.
Sabrina is confused as fuck. And this is the face of Aiden's wife right now. Like, actually, wait. The second Shinlo said, I can't breathe without you. It is not about proving things to my father. It is about what you're gonna give to him, Shinlo. People like me, I can't have things I want to have. But it was nice to talk to you again, you know? I'm happy you didn't yell at me this time. I think you're not going to do it again, so.
Yeah. You know, we can always be friends. You know,
we can always be friends. That's true.
Yeah. Come by the tea. You know, and then you know, get a white hot mocha or pumpkin spice or whatever. We can do that.
You got that here?
I mean, I can make it.
Okay. I will try it then.
It was nice talking to you again. And if you don't see me in a couple weeks, that means I'm dead or something. And I hope you honor my memory.
This is about where the rescue Metis descends. Oh my god!
Aiden pushes Tim forward. Save him! What the fuck?
Who is she even saving in this situation? She's saving both of them. I'm a lifesaver.
Amateurs.
Why was it so funny?
You don't worry about me or nothing. I'm going to be okay. I
just
will.
kind of drifts over, still looking. It's even weirder when you do it with a gift. I can't focus. Oh God.
This is not Sabrina. This is like Sabrina, like she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing.
No, at some point just kind of drifts off her and was like, just like in the middle of this, because she's obviously, thankfully, not really there enough to make this graceful. So it just looks like some totally stoned chick is completely interrupting. As she,
It doesn't mean I'm gonna die. That's what he goes. It's Guru stuff.
And just kind of casually takes Shinlo by the sleeve and continues walking. Like, oh, hey, I need to talk to you about a thing. Come here.
What
just starts tugging him off mid-conversation.
Sabrina, that whole
You'll
just go off.
That's okay.
He'll look at Temple and be like,
Aiden's wife.
Oh, sorry, what does he say?
He said, I'm never gonna get laid.
And as they're walking, she just kind of muses, is that bad?
I mean, I don't know. I never had sex before, so I mean, it's. It
can't be that bad. I'm not sad.
Well, we cannot be sad together then, I guess. I mean,
everything terrible is happening right now. What is my life in these? Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, both of you are too excited. I need you to calm down. I need you to just push you calm the fuck down. Damn it. I'm done with both of you. I'm done with both of you. This is not a competition. God damn it.
That awkward face that just kills me.
That awkward forced smile. No. Serena is kind of peripherally rescued, and Shinlo is just yanked away before he could say anything else really distressing. The Metis and this poor Stargazer start kind of just walking, and I think the cabin is still there, so she just kind of leads him off around the side, like, so that Sabrina can make her escape.
Wait, where is it now? Where is it?
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Okay, I'm not doing it.
Not you. No, you're doing it still. You're doing the thing. Fucking watching you, Torna. Don't do it. God damn it.
Simon is like watching like the two separated groups now. Kind of like he's in the GIF right now. Like, what?
Fuck.
Aiden just kind of stares off at you, though, probably that exact expression.
It's okay. They're having a very, very muted conversation. Is not getting, except for the parts that just link through the pack link because her brain's completely open right now. But other than that, no audible leakage as she pulls Shiloh around and they muse over the idea of whether it's really that bad to not get laid. She doesn't seem to think she's missing anything, so there's that.
Aiden's wife kind of looks at Aiden.
Kind of exchanges a glance with his wife. I did not know he was going to do that.
I'm sad. I'm sad for Sabrina.
I am too. Yeah, I am too. It's sad not having that.
The reason I say this is not because it's not like I don't like Shinlo or anything like that. It's just like she's usually seen as someone who is really beautiful, but people has to act in a different way near her usually. And Shinlo being like this weird kind of affects her as well.
Shinlo's.
When I say affects, I think she likes it.
Oh, kind of like just right.
But I don't think we should piss his father.
No, of course not. Well.
And she kind of whispers, "I think she's promised to her cousin."
Oh my.
I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Right. Well, we'll find out from him, and if not, then we can. Well, do you know what? Let's just leave them at it. I'm not gonna get involved in his weird. Yeah. She rubs the back of his head and kind of wanders off quickly with his wife, like still like perplexed. Look at you, though.
She says one thing to Aiden, and it's like, not everybody's lucky like me to have a good, husband. That's someone who she can fall in love with.
That's me, the best of husbands. Puts his arm around her and the best. Smiles at her wearily.
Yes.
The best. I swear to God, if you guys start this again.
Damn it!
You put your faces back on. Young man, put your face on.
Probably the best.
Don't shake your head at me. I swear to God, I'll close the scene just to make it stop. I'll do it. I have the power.
No, don't.
No. What the fuck? Alush, what the fuck are you doing? What is your life?
No.
What's going on? But you need to
You killed me. No. Bow your shits.
Oh my God, no. You're done. You're cut off, young man.
I'm
Sit in the
back.
corner and think about what you did. Save me. Save me, Diamond.
Well, Shiloh's just back there talking to 10 Point about,
10 Point's just like, it's okay, it's fine. How good can it possibly be? living
I
like
don't
this
know.
is fine.
It is. I guess we're sad together.
And she, God damn it, emotion. She,
Damn it, Amish.
oh my God. There, it stops now. Fuck. And she kind of blinks at him. Why would we be sad, though? We still have pets. We still have family. We're still loved. Isn't that good enough?
Yeah, I guess so.
And she will this time, like, not the full-on awkward hug, but kind of side hugs him, like you do.
Yeah.
And then gives into the impulse and, like, reaches up as she lets him loose, like, reaches up and rubs his bald head, because who doesn't want to rub the bald head?
If you rub on the bald head, you get 3 wishes.
Are you a fairy?
Buddha?
No, I think they call them genies.
Oh. Are you a genie?
Yep.
When were you trapped in a lab?
You held out on me this whole time. You were really a genie. Really angry genie.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Really loud genie.
Best
Of
genie
course.
I've met. Well, I mean, only genie I've met, but pretty sure so you're a pretty cool genie. Anyways, when did you? When were you released from a lab?
When do what?
When were you released?
Shh. That's personal.
Oh, okay.
And she will give Shinlo's head another rub just to make sure that she has secured her 3 wishes, and then completely lose interest out of nowhere and start wandering in a random direction. Probably back towards the pack cabin.
I should get going. Gotta get packing.
Good luck, Shinlo.
Be gone and back really fast. Firm nod.
I'll try.
And
And
he'll nod.
unless,
Oh, yeah, I'll just say he'll nod at Shinlo.
so anything else, guys, or shall I close the scene?
Close the room.
Then we will say thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. We'll see you next time on the Living World of Darkness, stoned across New York.